Caller, you are live on the air. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name's Ozzy. I'm calling in from Georgia.
Welcome, Ozzy. How are you?
And basically my question is: there's no proof basically for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I feel like this is an outrageous claim. I just want to know. I want to kind of debunk his statement.
He said there's no such person as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. These are my grandparents. Okay. So, on what basis? I mean, I'm a descendant of these people. These are my great-grandparents.
So he's saying
I don't exist.
Exactly. So he's saying that he spoke to a rabbi, and that the rabbi said that this is just a myth that is meant to have a deeper meaning. So I just want to kind of debunk that.
Oh.
And
so I understand. I got your question. Thank you.
Okay, Ozzy, thank you so much for your call. Go ahead and hang up now. You can tune in for the answer, okay?
Yeah, so he's saying that it's some kind of astrotheism or astrology, and I just want to debunk that. Thank you, Rabbi. Have a great day.
Perfect, thanks. Rabbi, go ahead.
So it's like maybe Bill Clinton is an alien. I don't even know how do you. He went to a rabbi, and the rabbi says, there are people who call themselves rabbis, who are not only not rabbis, they're enemies of the Torah. I don't know that he went to this rabbi and he ignored every other rabbi. They had a guy with an MD. I don't remember his name, but there's this whole thing with the measles vaccine. It's not big now because everyone's concerned with the coronavirus, but it was like a big deal before the coronavirus pandemic broke out. There was this one MD who said that people shouldn't get the measles vaccine. You find a yo-yo who actually may have the training, but says something that's completely theirs. If you want, you could scour all the people, and you'll find some yo-yo who believes something, and you could just. But it's not possible. This person said, I don't know what to believe. And he chose some fake rabbi, nobody be insulted, who just believes in this minimalist, extreme. There are people who have the title rabbi who believe that aliens came down at Mount Sinai. What am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do? I don't even know how to answer such things. I am a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I myself am, and and Levi, and Kahas. I'm a descendant of Aaron. This is my grandpa, and the women they married are their grandmothers, and this is the birth of a great nation. And you see that Hashem kept his promise. The nation is here. Hashem made a promise to Abraham that I'll make your children like the stars of the sky, that they can't be numbered. What do you mean like the stars of the sky? There's so many stars. There's not that many Jews in the world, not that many people in the world. The modifiers that they can't be numbered, eternal. If something can't be numbered, that means it's not in Teva. It's not in nature. It's outside of nature. Everything could be numbered. The sands of the beaches, there is a number. I don't recall its number. There's an estimate to how many grains of sand there are in the world, whatever it is. But it could be numbered. You take a cup of water. Take this glass of water right here. So there are, how many water molecules are there in this glass? I don't know the number, but I'll tell you this. There are more water molecules in this glass of water than there are cups of water in all the seas and the oceans. Do you hear that? In this glass of water, there are more water molecules than there are cups of water in all the Earth's oceans and seas. All the water. But it can be numbered. It can be. The Jewish people are l'mayla min hateva. They're above nature. Look at the sun. If it's daylight for you right now, do you see the sun? If it's at night, you see the stars, the moon and the stars. if those laws shall pass, can the depths of the earth be measured? If those laws shall pass, so will the seed of Jacob pass before me, being a nation. That's why the Jews are a witness people. Maybe anything. Maybe. Kindlech. But the nation bear testimony to Hashem's existence. You are my witnesses, declares the Lord, my servant whom I've chosen. You should believe in me. You should understand, before me no God was formed, neither is there one after me. The Jews are a witness people. That's why that the Jews and the Torah are one. It means that we testify to the Torah, and the Torah testifies to us. It's true that the proof Abraham have a whole nation. We have all the promises fulfilled. If I tell you what the market is going to do tomorrow and it does it, you go lucky guess. And if I tell you the next day what it's going to do, and you get lucky guess, but eventually you're going to figure out that I have insider trading information. Eventually, and if I tell you that while Obama now supports Joseph Biden's presidential aspirations now, but next week he's going to change his mind because Obama is going to announce that he is becoming a Lubavitcher and converting to Judaism, and if that happens, you go, there's no way you can guess that. Either you have very inside information, or you have an amazing source, but it's almost inconceivable. Such a thing would be, you'd have to have inside information. And the nation is here. We're a living, breathing testimony of God. That's why the Jews were giving Shabbos. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, I say Leah, that Shabbos is between me and Israel. It's an eternal covenant, forever. It's a testimony to the nation. So, my friends, you have people who are just repeating. There is in the academia, our good friends. I don't know what we would do without them. They have this minimalist view that nothing was, nothing. They're views that are so insane that the whole Torah was written 25 minutes ago. They're stuck with the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm not kidding. They're stuck with the Dead Sea Scrolls that are, the oldest scrolls are, let's say, 2,200 years old. They say, yeah, the Torah was written then. There are many that, no, it wasn't written then. It was maybe written 2,500 years ago in the time of Ezra. Well, it wasn't written then. It was written during the time of Yoshiao, Josiah. No, it wasn't written then. It was written during the time of Hezekiah. They're trying to minimalize any truth in Tanakh. I don't know this man, and this man doesn't need to know me, but he does need to know the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and he needs to know him very fast. This is just silly talk. We're a nation. We're a breathing nation. You could literally get a package in the mail, take out a Q-tip, whatever it is, swab the inside of your cheek, mail it in, and they'll tell you where you come from, how your family connects to the Jewish people, going back Dyrus and Dyrus, generation. You do that. Do that today. We know that. Kaihanim, priests. So the discovery was done at the University of New Mexico. The priests were the sons of Aaron, which means we're ben achaben, son after son from Aaron directly. I am in my family. Father, Aaron, the high priest. How stupid to say Abraham is as well. Aaron was born of a virgin. That's stupid. Ay. So they wanted to know that. That means if there are, I don't know the number, but let's say there are 500,000 priests in the world today. Like myself, we're just direct sons of Aaron. I don't know that that number is correct. I just pull that number. So if we all come from the same great-grandfather, then there should be an identifying feature on our Y chromosome, which is conveyed by the father, not by the mother. And guess what? Once again, the Torah prevails. Once again, the faith of Judaism, of the Jewish people, prevails. And they found that, in fact, that Kohanim, that priests, have a marker on the Y chromosome that's completely unique. What a big coincidence. Once again, all the enemies of the Torah are all proven wrong again, and they walk away. But they don't put their heads down. They go on to the next. They find their next victim. All right, we try to prove that King David, they say King David didn't exist. King David lived many generations after Abraham, right? And they used to say, there's no King David. It's a complete myth, a fake, phony. This is what they always said. Imagine such a thing. And then they found all kinds of sources, archaeological sources, Taldan and so on, which were written by others, not by Jews. It was written by in Assyrian, I believe in Akkadian language, whatever, all kinds of Semitic languages, from kings who boasted about victories they had over David or David's house at that time, 2,900 years ago. And then all the phonies from all these universities, they dropped it. They went on to the next ridiculous claim. This is all silliness. I don't know who he is. Whoever you are, don't try to hunt me down. I don't know you from a hole in the wall, but this is all nonsensical. And I don't know if this person's a doctor, but there's a lot of these guys who have PhDs at the end of their names and a doctor in front of the name. And that's also dangerous. It's dangerous to give people who have doctorates and who have people who get to the terminal level of academic study of the Bible to call them a doctor, because you're calling him a doctor, and you're calling the anesthesiologist who puts propofol in you and then keeps you alive for hours while you're in surgery, and that guy really has to know. He can't be guessing. And you're calling them both the same name, same title, doctor. People think that it must be that a doctor of whatever, of ancient, whatever, he has the same certainty of what he's saying as an anesthesiologist has of what he's saying. And believe me, they're not. No one of you atheists, no one of you deniers would want to go under the knife with a surgeon and an anesthesiologist who has the same certainty as the minimalist archaeologists and historians with also a doctor in front of the name. That you wouldn't do. I said enough. Let's move on.